then finally we have Shogun no Katana. This is a very deluxe version of a game. It is a worker placement game. And this one, when it all comes together, you're building weapons, but it felt like too much work to me. The game has some really interesting concepts. The worker placement part of it is not that interesting to me. You put out the workers and you do various things, and there's even extra workers you can buy, which are, in my opinion, ludicrously overpriced, and yet you feel like you probably should do it, and maybe there's a rhyme and rhythm to doing it. I've done it, but they just feel so expensive that didn't feel very fun. But the concept of these weapons, and when you put these tiles in front of you and you put out different things, they're going to be moving on the board as you build the weapons and adding the different spots to them, so the weapons move in this kind of program pattern, which sounds really interesting, but in practice I didn't find fun. You have this ultimate weapon that you're trying to build, which is a ton of work for not that many points. And so for me, I really like the theme of the game of making weapons. That's really cool. I think it looks like it's implemented well, but what they seem to forget is the enjoyment of it. There's a lot of different ways to get points, but I felt like the whole thing was work. I understood the game. I didn't think it was overly complex. I could figure out when you put the weapon down, it's going to move down and over and up and whatever directions it moves. But that just didn't seem that cool. You can add things to a row or column, like, ooh, wow, when I put this in a row or column, different things will happen. But they don't happen that often. And so it seems like there's a lot of cool mechanisms in the game, but the end result, I didn't feel like, ooh, I'm building weapons, and I just felt like I was collecting cubes, putting them on these things, and hoping I finished them before the end of the game. So this one's a 5 out of 10 for me. I think some people are going to really like it. It's obviously a big Kickstarter project, and a lot of people are going to enjoy all the different, things. It's a beautiful game. But when it's done, it just left me feeling very unsatisfied. I wanted to see more in it. So